Well guys, after my recent journeys into 4 of the 8 official titles so far, an ingenious comment from one of our community posts sparked a topic I just had to dive into. It's been a while since I've done a video like this. It's actually an idea I've kind of thought a lot about, and one that should be taken seriously by the gaming industry. Though I doubt it.
God damn it, you're a goddamn genius!
So I ask you all, if another installment in the franchise was made, what should it look like? So come along with me as we dive into what made this franchise so great, and how to save it from its lengthy time and mediocrity. To keep with the positives, it was very clear to me on my recent playthroughs that if this game had any chance to redeem itself, it needs a return to form, and stick with the original feel and characters. Because let's be honest, 989 Studios got a bit carried away with the creation and reinnovation of some of these characters.
There'd better be some eggnog at my winner's bash.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Though, to give them some credit, with this more limited character list should come the almost obvious create-your-own-car mechanic that was briefly attempted in Twist the Metal 4. But this should be taken to, like, a completely other level, and allow you to create and upgrade your vehicle, as well as your character. Like, give me, like, WWE levels of customization here. As a matter of fact, I booted up Brick Rigs and Sybil Planes and tried to reproduce some of the Twist the Metal characters for fun. Something like this would be such an awesome feature. Like, Axel is impossible to reproduce for obvious stability reasons, but I was able to recreate Mr. Slam, which was pretty awesome. In Brick Rigs, I was even able to give his special a try.
Damn it! I am Simon Whittleborn!
I later gave Twister a go, which was amazing because in my attempts I somehow made her fly.
Great success.
This was so much fun. My reproduction of Calypso's nuke truck took a bit of tinkering. I eventually did. And overdid it. Like, I don't think I can stress enough how cool something like this in a Twist the Metal game could be. The contraptions people would make, I'm sure, would be awesome, and practically limitless. I almost managed to pull off her special. Having a dynamic vehicle and character creator could add a massive layer of replayability, and open up the option for a greater multiplayer experience. I don't know if you guys remember this, but you could have like a Chrome Hound style concept. Yeah, that old game that came out for 360? With like multiple battles happening all over, allowing you to pop in and out, influencing the contest around the world.
The world?
Considering something like this, each battle victory could award you with upgrades to your car or character. Maybe even creating a similar mechanic to the wish system from single player. Like a multiplayer reward for victory that you could choose out of a list of upgrades before entering battle. Giving you like a custom incentive for each battle. Like your own wish. With these things in mind, in my opinion, the world should be a combination of Twist the Metal 2 and Black. Now personally, that's just because I like both of those the most, but I think the tone works well together. Perhaps a recreation of the locations from 2 in the style and bleakness of Black.
My God!
Honestly, I don't think it's too much to ask considering the size of today's games, to bring back each level from all the games. Well, except Small Brawl and the bedroom level from 4. I think grounding this game in some form of realism would be the best way to go here. Like, keep the dark humor, but let's not take things into ridiculous territory. I think the reception of Black was actually a huge indicator that the franchise had found its tone, taking what was to the next level and grounding it in a surprisingly terrifying world. For me, this was a great direction to move in, but I think I've come up with another layer to ground this even further, and that layer is a change in perspective. Now hear me out. I think, at least in multiplayer, it would be really cool if you could opt out of controlling a specific driver and instead be a man on the ground, influencing the battle from a first-person perspective as perhaps a sort of supporter of a particular contestant. hiding out in buildings, roaming the streets, and battling amongst the vehicular mayhem happening all around you.
What have you done?
Like a more vulnerable position to be in, but one that could assist in the overall battle, adding another terrifying layer of immersion. I think it would be so cool to have this perspective of the action.
Down below, life has come to a halt as survivors struggle to stay alive.
Though, to keep things fair, I will say this mechanic should be joined by an increase of overall environmental destruction. Like, just because you're in a building doesn't mean you should be completely safe from the mayhem happening on the streets. The key to this position should ultimately be stealth, making whatever moves you can make to assist your driver while trying not to be caught out in the open. You could even take this a step further and create like a third-party position. Perhaps a team that doesn't support any driver and acts as like an independent group of rebels lashing out against the Twist the Metal tournament. Like the government, or something of that nature. Just another obstacle to increase the overall mayhem.
There will be no safe zones this year, no places to hide. In the next 24 hours, the entire world will know my name. They will see my beautiful work of art firsthand.
Now, I didn't want to make this into like a super long video. These are just some of the things I thought that might be kind of cool to change things up a bit. But what do you guys think? What do you think the next Twisted Metal game should look like? Write what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I want to thank you all again for all the support, and a very special thank you to our patrons. You guys rule. So stay tuned for the return of Just Cause, then I'll be diving back into the Twisted Metal franchise. Probably starting with the original. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.